Hello everyone. It's been a while since I did one of those videos. So yesterday, things just got interesting on ChatGPT. So ChatGPT yesterday enabled their beta features for Plus users only. And this includes access to the internet and access to plugins. So I will take you through how to enable those features, and then we will play around with them. Try to access the internet using the browsing feature, and then check the different plugins, at least the ones I've tried and I like, and I'll explain just briefly about them to you. So we will go through how to enable those features, and then check the browsing feature and see how we can access the internet and get more information through it, and then check out the plugins, and I'll take you through some of the ones I like and how to use them. This, I believe, will bring ChatGPT to a whole new level. So here you can see the new look of ChatGPT on the top panel. So we still have ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. The only difference here, if you click on ChatGPT 4, you're going to get these options. Default, which is the one we've already know and used to, and then browsing, beta, you can see, and plugins. Now, to activate that, you'll have to go to the three dots on the bottom, close to your profile picture, click them, go to settings, go to beta features. And you can enable both of them here, plugins and web browsing. Now let's start with the browsing one. So this pretty much operates the same way. The only difference, it now can access the internet. So let's take one thing for an example. So here I will ask it to look online for the best training routine and a meal plan for a 40-year-old or more male like myself, and see what we get. So I think it goes in loops, it checks multiple links, it reads the content, and tries to give you the best result for what you're looking for. So that makes ChatGPT probably 100 times more powerful as a tool. You can see here it's giving me the workout still, which looks good. I might consider using it. And now it's going into the meal plan. And you can see here at the end, it has those links for the websites it actually accessed to get this information, which will be really helpful if you want to read more into the background of the source of information. So let's look at the plugin feature now, which in my opinion, it is the feature that makes ChatGPT really powerful now. Okay, so I'm not going to show everything, but basically, if you go to ChatGPT, click on the plugins, you'll have a drop down. And then in this drop down, you can see the installed plugins that you have. And I'll cover some of them, at least the ones I used. But close to the end, you can see the plugin store. You can click on it, you'll get an about page, and then you'll go to the store. Still, it's basic. You cannot search. You can just browse the different plugins. And you can look through them, read about them, decide to install, and ask ChatGPT to explain more on what that plugin does. Okay, so I'll take you through the ones I have, and we'll have just quick snippets of how I use them. So the first one, I think it will be really interesting for supply chain and procurement people particularly. You can actually use this to do due diligence for companies online. This is more based on the SEC in the US, but probably in the future it will expand to more organizations or more regions to get insight into companies and how safe or how good is it to do business with them. So for here, you can go and ask it, for example, give me feedback on Apple as a company, and it will give you the records of Apple and how it stands in terms of compliance and other aspects, which for anyone who's doing business, this will be a quick way to really assess the companies you're intending to deal with. The second one is access link, and this is, I think, obvious enough. Basically, you use it just to access certain links, get information, pretty simple, pretty basic. iTool Hunt. Now, with so many tools coming out every day, probably this is going to be a really useful plugin. So you can navigate for your need and what the AI tools out there available to fulfill that need are, rather than just going to Google and searching and clicking links. This can give you a summary. Ambition. This is one of the plugins I loved. So basically, this one can help you build your CV, look for a job that fits your credentials and experience, do all of sorts of review for your LinkedIn profile, anything that can help you in your job search. Ambition is an amazing plugin. And by the way, you can activate per session up to 3 plugins together. So you can see here, I'll not go into details, but you can see here, it's giving me some job posts, and these are clickable links. So I can click on it or click on this thumbnail here, and it'll take me to that job posting. Here I gave it my CV, again, feedback on my CV. So it's already good, and some enhancement I asked it to give me more details on that, and it did. And then I just told it, please rewrite my CV with all the improvements that you think are necessary. And I got my CV. And again, here I actually was looking for a job specific for United Arab Emirates. So it can do that as well for you. That's an amazing plugin. Ask Your PDF. Here you can just give the plugin a link for a PDF, and it will access that content and analyze it, and you can do all sorts of things that you ideally do with ChatGPT using that text in that PDF. Framework is something that looks at SEO. It can help you analyze SEO, get keyword ideas, do improvements. I didn't use it yet, but I plan to use it as I develop my YouTube videos and my YouTube channel. edX will give you educational content online, including papers and articles from leading universities. We all know Expedia, and it has a plugin now, and it can help you plan your trips, plan whatever you're planning to do in a very smart, intuitive manner, and get all the options, sort it out, and do it in that friendly manner that we're getting used to dealing with ChatGPT. Link Reader is a plugin that can access multiple things like PDFs, documents, websites. I think it's a very good one, and usually I am using it with other plugins just to have that accessibility to different documents I find online or different websites I would like to use in certain research that I do through ChatGPT. Notable is an interesting one. I didn't heavily use it yet, but basically you can create notebooks in Python, SQL, and Markdown to explore data visualization and share notebooks with everyone. So I think that has lots of potential. And by the way, some of the plugins, once you install them, not all of them, it will take you to the creator website where you have to create your own login there, and then brings you back to ChatGPT so you can use that plugin. OneWordDomain simply can help you find a domain, compare prices of different registrars, and do it much easier and much faster than doing it through online search. SEO, again, one more things of SEO. ShowMe is a really interesting one. So it can show you a visual diagram for requests that you can drop to ChatGPT. So for example, if you want to see a history of shoe creation, it will give you that in a diagram rather than text, if this is your thing. And I think it has potential to grow into other types of visuals. So here I asked it, give me the history of shoes in a diagram. Let's see what it does. Yep, you have it. Quick one, no details. It can help you in your research. It can help you in just getting ideas. Lots of potential there. Status fund finance. So this is a really interesting one. As you can see where things are going with AI. So you can give it a P&L basically, and it can analyze it for you, give you all the trends or the analysis that usually you'd have to be an expert of some sort to do it, or basically take someone else's word for it. I guess we're taking AI's word for it now, but basically you can give it the input and you can get out the analysis that you can read for yourself that could help you if you're doing trading, business in general, investment, whatever your thing is. There's an AI for that. Basically, again, one more AI search plugin that will give you ideas what kind of AI service will deliver what kind of function you're looking for. Trip.com, again, one more plugin to plan your trips and travel. Visla is interesting. So in this plugin, basically, you give it something in terms of text. You describe a script you want to create, a scene, a topic. You give it all the information that it will ask you for, and it will create for you a video. So I've already tested it, and I got this video around supply chain. It's basic. I know there's services out there, but I think at one point you can drive certain ideas through ChatGPT and basically ask this plugin to create a video for you, and you can share it to social media later on. VoxScript. So this is really nice. So it can access links like YouTube, transcript those videos, take that text, create a summary. So if you're doing research, you don't want to watch a complete video, you can just ask that plugin to transcript it for you, summarize it, and you can read that summary only and use it in your research. Wolfram, this is a math and analysis plugin. So you can use it to get real-time data that's available online, analyze numbers. I didn't use it yet, but go and play with it. Zapier, if you don't know Zapier, so it's an automation tool. It has access to 5,000 plus applications out there. You can use it to automate tasks. Now it's plugged into ChatGPT, so you can do some of that work, linking to your Zapier account using ChatGPT directly. I don't have use of that, but if you're a user of Zapier, this is something definitely you want to explore. So as you can see, There's so much happening when it comes to ChatGPT now, and those are the beta versions. So some of them, when I worked with them, were clunky, but I think really promising stuff. So if you're not a Plus user, maybe this is a good reason enough to become one. If you are already one, go play with these plugins and tell me what you think in the comment section below. Thank you very much.